wind. They carry no names, yet I know their face. Follow every motion, I can't escape this place. I try to lock them deep inside, but doors will break that never died. The more I fight, the clearer it will be. The darkness always belongs to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Between panic and sense, my mind falls down. Yet the chaos in my head pulls me further around. I wear it like a nightmare, like an ancient song, telling of the things that last lifelong. I have learned to run no more, even if the voices win the war. For deep in darkness I have seen, even shadows can walk with me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. And if you ask if I was ever free, I'll say the darkness stays a part of me. But I carry it without disguise. It makes me stronger, clears my mind. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no foes, only fear I see. But I walk the path and I'll lead you to me. Trapped in the shadow of me. No escape, stay here with me. No heroes, no...
Hello, hello. Okay. Okay, we're going to kick this thing off really quickly now. Making sure that the stream's working and everything. You can hear us and see us. So remember, we're streaming on 2 platforms at the same time. We've got horizontal and vertical, so we're going to go and check that both out.
Yes, and thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Harry.
And I'm Richard. And without further ado, let's kick things off. And 3, 2, 1, go! H&R Drone Racing, H&R Drone Racing, H&R Drone Racing. Yeah,
we're live, and thanks so much for tuning into the live stream.
Yeah. That's right. There's a lot of lives in that live stream. Yes.
Yes.
So we are here back in our workshop, and we're continuing on with the Coaxial RC concept aircraft. Yes.
Yes, that's right. It's 3D printed fuselage.
We'll go and check it out in a couple of seconds to see what the design is. But it is a 3D printed design that we came up with based on the Crimson Skies video game, and sort of inspired, and it's our take on it. We've got 2 drone motors at the back from Hobby Wing and ESCs from them as well. And they're in a push-push configuration, coaxial, of course, so counting each other out. So effectively, it's going to be a very quick aircraft, running on 6S platform, and it has some unique features to it, like inverted rudder. It's got flaprons, and it is using a 7 nano flight control flash with ardupilot, and we're configuring it all on the channel. So remember to go back and check out all the episodes
And live stream.
and live streams, and we're continuing on with this series. And the previous live stream that we did, so you can check that out as well. We were making the wheels and making particularly the attachments, or the, what would you call it, the right and left wheels. So ideally in this one we finish those off, landing gear, and continue on with the front wheel, which is a little trickier because we need it to sort of articulate. So then that way the rear, swivel. So then that way the inverted rudder will have some effect on takeoff.
There you go. So that's a lot of information. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So let's go and jump and look at the project.
Yeah. Okay, see you in the next screen.
APRC's joined in. Hey man, how you been? Hopefully you're good. Looks and sounds great. Oh, that's what we want to hear. Yes.
Nice.
That's good. That's good. And maybe just a little bit more. Yes. So there you go. Here we are in the workshop. Sorry. And thanks so much for tuning in, dude. Appreciate
Awesome.
it. Appreciate it very much.
We know how much the effort required to join these things. So 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's the other way. Yes. Okay. So where did we leave? We've done anything more to the plane?
Yeah, we've been working on this week's episode.
Yeah. So we've been yeah, we've just been sitting there. So
We've been sitting on pause. So before we kick in, or should we just look at it before we say what the episode was?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So as you are aware, this is where we're at in the set. We made the wheels last time. We bent them in shape.
Oh, yeah, recap.
And someone actually, I think it was Dan Zilla, in the last live stream, he asked for the 3D prints. So
Yeah.
we do plan to put them up on our Patreon page. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Just
been busy this week, so
yeah,
we'll try and do it in the next couple of days.
It seems kind of cool that somebody would want your design. So yeah, we thought we'd make that available. So it uses TPU prints for the wheels themselves,
So spongy,
like that, and it uses PETG inserts for the hubs, I guess you call them.
hubs, yeah. And Happy says, great to see you guys. A great week here. Hope you guys have been good. Yes,
I think we've been behaving ourselves.
yeah. I'd like to think so.
Yeah, we've been busy out helping people with different things.
Yeah, different things. What else have we done? We haven't really got out too much. Just helping other people, and then come back to the workshop and carry on, and then go back out and help somebody else, and then come back.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was productive, and
I think all the people seemed happy with what they got,
what they were doing. Yeah, so it's cool. And was there any Christmas? Did we have any Christmas parades or anything?
We've got a Christmas tree there.
We've got a Christmas tree. So where's that? Hang on. We should bring it in. Hang on.
There's a Christmas tree.
There's a Christmas tree. There you go. So we thought it would be a bit festive on this live stream. Maybe just pop it there. There you go. It doesn't have any lights, but that's how it rolls. Yeah. What about your week? Hopefully you had a good one, and maybe you did something to do with Christmas. Yeah. Let us know. Yeah. We'll just check it. We'll just have a little quick check to see if that's going through.
Yeah, so just maybe just give us a thumbs up to see if everything's still working. Is everything still working at your end, guys? We might be getting some technical things happening. Hang on a second.
Just check it. But yes, Happy says helping others is important too. Really means a lot to some folks. Yeah. I think it's what kind of Christmas is all about, helping other people. Yeah, and he likes the tree and says Merry Christmas.
Interesting. Is everything coming through? Can you hear us and see us? Is it playing in real time? It's working great. Okay. So
Okay, there you go. So
so it must be
maybe somebody else is checking the stream in the background and giving us insights, which is very kind of them. Off stream, of course.
Yeah.
But
stuff that we can't take care of.
No, exactly. Other things that we can't do when you're live. But yes. So there was a request from the last live stream to bring some scales. Did we bring them along?
Yeah.
So we brought some scales because somebody wanted to find out how heavy this guy is and how heavy the old wheels were compared to the new wheels that we're making. Yeah. So we'll do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So. Oh, do we have the battery? Battery?
No, I think I forgot them. Hey, you remember some things, you just don't remember everything. But yes. Okay, we're just going to plug some the scales together, and then we'll go and check it out. Check out the weight, what we're sitting at, and then from there we can build it up. And Happy, we did see your I guess you call it like a snow cat or snow tank kind of thing. That was pretty cool.
Cool.
Yeah, we don't really have snow over here, so it's just kind of cool to see snow in general. That was pretty cool. So it's very a white Christmas wherever you are. Must be. Okay. Okay, so we've got the scales. Do we need the other camera out there, or you can probably see it from there, can you?
I can probably try.
Oh, yeah. Appy says, I went to the ceremony celebration of 122 years of powered flight from the Wright brothers. Represent right there. Some other cool brothers out there. That was very special. Yeah, totally. And I got to video the F-16s flying over, but wasn't able to video the whole set. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. But yes, that is pretty cool to see F-16s in the air. The only F-16s we've ever seen is the ones, the model ones. Not quite the same as the real big fellas, but still, I imagine the real ones are even epic, even more epic. Yeah. So, yeah, totally. It would be even more epic to fly one. There you go. So maybe on the next celebration, maybe you're just gonna ask. They could be take you out for a spin. People do that sort of thing. You probably need to be cleared, and there'll be all sorts of checks, but I'm sure it's fine. But yeah, the Wright brothers were pretty cool. They were pretty cool cats, I bet. I never met them, but I'm sure they were pretty cool. All good? We got thumbs up?
All good. Yeah.
Okay, so we got thumbs up. Okay, cool. But in New Zealand, we had a guy called Richard Pierce, was it?
Yep.
And we did see when we were down in... Funny sound. Was it like a 10 or something? Anyway, yeah, so when we were down at Mount Maunganui, when we were testing making the parachute for the wings, the wingsuit Mark II version, they had one in the hangar there of a replica of the plane that he made, which was pretty cool. Richard Pierce was the guy that beat the Wright brothers. Well, he claimed it. Some New Zealander dude. He claimed that he beat. New
Zealanders claim a lot of things.
They claim a lot of things, and they said that New Zealand beat the Wright brothers on the first flight. I didn't know if that's controversial or not, but that's what they claimed, and they had a replica version of his flying machine on the roof there, which was pretty cool. Yeah, they're kind of funny machines because they fly. Well, to me, they look like they fly backwards with the it's the tail at the back, which is kind of cool. Happy says you'll have to come to the USA sometime. I'll take you guys to an air show. Yeah, we're down for that. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Okay,
yeah, that'd be cool actually. Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Genuinely excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Okay, so how are we going to do this?
I just do it on notes.
Okay.
You should be able to change cameras.
Hey?
You should be able to just change cameras.
It's just got the floor.
Oh, what? Oh, there you go. What's that? What's that? Can you see it?
Yeah, it looks fine. Yeah.
Maybe if you hold that so they can see it. That way they can see the lights. See?
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Okay, now I'll put the weight of the thing of the plane on.
Yeah.
Okay, so the weight of the plane. So
it is quite heavy, I think, from memory.
Yeah.
It's not made in lightweight.
No. So this is This is with the I think I grabbed the microphone.
What?
Got the microphone for me? You put it in. Okay, yeah. So while we do this, you just bear in mind that this will be powered with batteries. So the batteries aren't included in this weight. And what else is there?
That's really it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. The wheels, well, the wheels we need to add it as well. But there you go. So the nose is down on them now. What's that about, Roger? I'll just try and stay still.
It's like nearly 2 grams. So we're working in grams, by the way. So yeah, 2
kgs.
To 20,076. 20,076.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that 2 kgs?
Yeah, 2 kgs.
All right. There you go. So he's not that light, but he wouldn't be expected to be anyway.
Yeah, I'll write it down. Yeah, a second. Can you change back over?
Yeah, sure. Sounds good. I'll just
20,076, right?
And then what we'll do is we'll put a wheel on. What's the wheel weight? Okay. So yeah. Happy says, haha, yeah, I wasn't alive, so who cares who was first? Very kind of you. They should have just been flying buddies and flying together. But I think the Wright brothers had a bit of an attitude, sadly.
They're bicycle riders, right?
They're bicycle nuts, so maybe it was their competitive streak coming in there.
Maybe do it again. Do it one more time.
Yeah, we can do it again, of
Cross
course.
check it again.
Yep. So the wheel weight was 75 grams, Richard.
Okay. And what was the original?
I don't have it with me.
Should be just here.
Yep. 75 grams.
But you won't know without the wheel, right? Oh, can you get the time? 75 grams on the wheel, right?
Well, if it makes you, yeah, I can take the wheel off. Hang on. I can take the wheel off. Hang on. While we do that, I'll flip back the camera. Hang on.
75 grams.
There you go. Have you got a hex wrench on you?
What?
You got a hex wrench? Oh, I got it.
Over here.
Yes. So just measure that one properly. But yes, it's all about aviation. It's all about going for it and pushing the limits, which is pretty cool. I guess they're wanting to win, so fair enough.
Yeah.
So I understand. Let's just take this one off temporarily,
Okay.
and then we'll pop that on there. Oh, change the camera.
64, by the way.
Huh?
Moment.
64 sitting at that.
Hang on, it's with the wheel though. I gotta add the wheel.
Sure. I gotta add a bit more light, and the wheel is 88. You say?
Yeah, 88.
Okay. Can we write that down somewhere?
Yep. So it is a little lighter.
It is a little lighter, so every gram will help. Bear in mind that that doesn't actually have the mount to the plane, so who knows? It's always one of those things.
And what was the original one?
Hang on, I'll go back. Hang on, let's check. Which one?
The whole thing.
The new one. The new one is
No.
75 grams. That's the new one. The old one.
No, the whole thing. The whole thing.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay, so going down with the weight.
Going down with the weight.
Going down with the weight.
So this is the whole thing without the battery.
Without the battery and wheels, really.
2016. 2006. 2006. What it is?
001. But yes, so we got to swap. Yeah, so we got to swap some of that stuff out, change it all around. But yeah, that's the it's coming along. So it'd be cool when it's all good in the hood. Yeah, that's cool. You can always remove the air from the tires and replace them with helium. There you go, float a bit more, eh? I can leave it there, Richard. You might be using it in a bit.
Okay.
How about your chair? You kind of need the chair. Yeah, good point. Yes, helium, Hindenburg comes to mind. That wasn't so good, but you know people didn't know back then. But
they even had a smoke room, right?
they had a smoking room on that thing. That was amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Roy, hey Roy, how you been? Hit the like button for this man's outstanding work. Oh, you're very kind. Cheers, man. Appreciate it. But it's not just me. There's Richard over there too. So there you go. So thanks. Cheers. But yes, we make quite a few things on the channel, don't we? We always keep busy, so hope you guys enjoy it. But yes, going back to the Hindenburg, it wasn't so good with the Hindenburg or the helium idea. They had a smoking room, which seems ludicrous. That was the thing back then, you know. Now people know that smoking is not necessarily a good thing, but
At the time, it was good.
at the time that was what people did. So
So we're talking about the Hindenburg. We're talking about the Zeppelin, right?
Zeppelin.
The big air.
but apparently they have Zeppelins over in the States. Do they use helium in those fellas? I guess they would be. We don't have them over here, sadly. Happy says, from what I understand on flight history, it seems like the Wright brothers were more interested in making a buck whenever they could instead of just progressing flight. But I'm glad we have flight now. Yes. Oh, okay. Interesting.
So you could change this if you want.
Oh yeah, hang on. We'll change the camera.
Hang
Roy says they must have been smoking the. There you go. Yeah, maybe. What is it? Change camera angles. Hang on. There you go. So this is what we're talking about.
the picture.
Oh, hang on. It's just Richard. Hang on. This one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Richards did not on that one. There you go.
I could be in it. I could be in it. Yeah.
There. That's like having fireworks at the gas station. There you go. Well, actually, interesting story about that the other day when they in New Zealand they can only sell pyrotechnics once a year. They call it Guy Fawkes Day. And you can buy
Australia's Cracker Day, right?
Australia's Cracker Day. I'm not sure what they have over in the States.
Yeah, let us know.
Yeah, let us know. Yeah, they might have a different name for it. But anyway, there was a famous what was he? It was like a
A dude.
yeah, but he was like a nutcase, and that's what we celebrate him. It was kind of like a terrorist in many ways. Guy Fawkes. Anyways, who knows why?
We don't talk about what he did.
No. But anyway, that's what we celebrate over here in New Zealand. And now and then, maybe a couple of days leading up to Guy Fawkes Day, you're allowed to buy fireworks. And then the other day, I was driving past and I saw a whole new stand that was sitting there, and they were selling it from an old gas station. So there you go. I don't know. I don't know about that. That might be a bit dicey.
Guy Fawkes. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, the fourth
Independence Day.
Independence Day. Okay.
Like Independence Day, the film, right, where the aliens come.
Yes. Something like that. Yes.
Are they in that film? You're talking about F-16s? Are they using F-16s in that film? I think they are. I think they
I'm
are.
not sure. I'm not sure.
The whole squadron of them attacking the aliens.
Yeah. Do
Nothing
they
like attacking aliens with F-16s, right?
Yeah. That was quite a good film. Did you like the second one?
It's okay.
It was okay.
The first one was cool.
Thought the first one was cooler.
But
Okay.
it was cool. It's like anything. It's cool when they do bring back the originals,
Yes.
which
yeah.
they clearly did.
Yes.
Oh, you can change off the screen.
Yeah. It's anyway, so that was a little talking about there. Oh, you could bring up the Wright brothers. We changed the camera. We changed the camera over while Richard does that, just so everybody knows what we're talking about. Makes a bit more sense. Yeah, so we'll crack into this guy. Yes, and we'll start putting this guy together. Yeah. So still got quite a bit to do. We have the front wheel to do, and we have to finish off this guy. But yeah, we'll get into it.
Here we go.
Yeah. So here's the Wright brothers that we're talking about. This one.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, there they are. There they are. There's the cyclists.
They do look a bit like cyclists, don't they?
They do. They don't look like they've got like an e-bike. They do.
Kind of looks a bit like an e-bike with a sail though.
There you go. So that's
Look
what.
at the driving train up the side, right? So you look at these spokes here. Look at that. See, they're driving literally to the propellers, which are overseas.
Yeah.
And it's all driven off that tiny little engine. It's weird. It's interesting they've offset it from themselves, right? Because obviously they've weighed their own mass.
And they put that
The
guy.
weight of that monstrosity. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Very cool. Yeah. So carry on. That was. Nope. That's just Richard from a different angle. Riding the air bike. Yeah. It's very cool.
The air bike of death.
It seems a little dangerous, isn't it?
Okay, so what do we need to do?
We just got some washers here, which are little stainless steel washers that I was going to change out on these guys to make them work a little bit better. Some little stainless steel. Oh, hang on.
Yep.
You see that? Yeah. So I was going to swap them out for this guy, and then we're going to design the front
Ideally, we're
wheel.
going to focus on the front wheel.
Front wheel needs to be swapped out for a new one.
Remember the 5th of November.
What's that?
Is that your birthday, is it? Could be. Okay, so yeah. So what's the sort of plan? So you're gonna join them up with the new washers on the sides of them, eh?
Washers on the side?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then what? And I'm going to jump into design that front one. Or?
Yeah, I guess we do a bit of both. Yeah.
How are you going to do this? The side part. What's the suggestions, guys? So this is at the moment. This is going to attach to the effectively to the wing down there. So what do you reckon? Do you reckon we should just effectively just screw directly into the wing, or should we make a 3D print sort of sleeve where it sort of sacks onto it, and then you can either attach it with glue or you can attach it with some kind of like like a little bit of a thread.
Right.
It's up to you. What do you reckon, guys? What should we do? Suggestions are great.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nice. Okay, so that's what we're doing.
Oops, that's right. I can see that. Not a big deal.
Dropped it. Hey, Denzel, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining in. We were just talking about your the wheels that you requested. We do plan to put them up on our Patreon page very
shortly.
Within ideally within this week.
Yeah. Sorry, we got a little bit.
We got distracted by the episode making. So what was the
What was the episode this week?
It says audio is the super low. Interesting.
Yeah. Maybe you put that on. Try that.
Can you hear me now?
Thumbs up. In the middle.
Maybe.
Audio now?
Should be good. Yours is good, isn't it?
Yep. Says so.
Yeah, so the episode, we'll just carry on anyway until we hear confirmation. So the episode this week was, I'm trying to think, what was the episode?
Okay. We got wireless earbuds in. Right.
Okay, nice.
Well, hopefully. Anyway.
Okay, so the episode this week was, what was it? I'm trying to think.
Boat. We're out on the water.
This is good level, but my levels are cracked.
Crack. Oh no.
What does that mean?
Maybe.
Does that mean that it's going shooting too high? It says it's fine on our side, by the way.
Yeah, we mixed it.
It's much louder now. Okay.
Okay.
Well, we'll see how it goes for a little bit. Might settle down.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Okay, so the episode this week was all about the drone boat, wasn't it?
Drone boat, yes. That one's done. So I just put another washer there. That's it part.
Okay, so new washer on. Okay, and the episode was the drone boat. So yeah, autonomous drone boat. There we go. Thanks for the help. Yeah, we got a lot on our plate at the moment. Yeah, thanks for that. Yes, so that was the episode, and it seemed to be going quite well, except that we ran out of water. So that was kind of an issue. So we had to pull the plug and come back to shore.
It's all part of the episode, making it.
Yeah, but there you go. We wanted to include it anyway.
Yeah.
And we could go, oh, everything went well, but that wasn't the case. So we left it into the edit. It was cool. And
it's all part of it.
It's all part of it. But everything seems to be nominal. The Mavlink seemed to be working. Audipilot was happy. The boats were happy. We repaired the patch and the big inflatable, and the full-size outboard fired up on first pull. So that was cool, right? And yeah, so that was that one. And we're gonna we'll do another episode on that. I think we will at some point once we get the timing a bit better.
Yeah. We did go to a place that we thought was always good, so a little bit surprised that it wasn't.
Right. Yeah.
Well, we've been there many times.
Yeah, and then the next one next week.
It was cool to get out on the water anyway.
It was, yeah. And next week is all about the Mark III RC wingsuit.
Oh yes.
So
just editing and working on that one.
Working on that one. I think we released a post saying that we were going to put it up on Tuesday at 5 a.m. I think. Yeah. I think so that's the plan at this stage.
Unless something changes.
Unless something changes, but it should be. So that's going to be going well, and yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but it's exciting.
This is an exciting one.
Yeah, we changed the design slightly.
Yeah,
we did a little modification to it. Happy RC says your inflatable boat looked fun. Reminded me that I have one I need to get out this summer. Yeah, well, you have to wait till summer because I'd imagine, and it's quite cold where you are, so you probably have frozen lakes. So that would be quite a challenge to get it out.
Exciting, isn't it?
It'd make it exciting though. Yeah, no. Yeah, so the boat seemed to be sort of behaving itself, isn't it? More or less, yeah.
The outboard was good.
Yeah, outboard was good, yeah. Maybe you can make the inflatable boat into a radio controlled boat. Yeah, yeah. We thought that was a pretty good idea too.
So maybe
Wonder
watch
how-
the space.
Watch this space. The interesting thing with that one would be to get a server that's strong enough, or have some kind of actuator or something.
Mm,
I was trying to think of how they used to do it on Mythbusters, right?
for big ones.
For big stuff, yeah. Because they used to obviously drive like cars and stuff for their stunts.
Yeah.
And they used to have like a, was it like a, I think they used to use like window wiper motors.
Did they?
I think so, back then. Yeah. And then have it on like a, like, you know, like instead of having two cogs to cogs, they'd have it a wall cog.
Okay.
They run along it,
Well, that's
I
pretty cool.
think.
We've done we've used window wiper motors before for some of our projects in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they run like, 12 volts, but they do get a bit funky, don't they?
They do, and they only got that one speed, which is a bit of a downer.
It's full bore.
Okay, so that's done. Do you want to do start work on the front?
Do you have a way to make it attach? Because I could work on that in the background. I could
Well,
do
you
it
could,
on.
I think somebody was suggesting maybe make a 3D print for this part and then like slip it in.
Yeah.
And then bolt it up. You could bolt it or something. There'd be nothing. It'd be fine there.
So do you want?
bolt
Okay, so you want to slide it in from the side, yeah?
What do you reckon? Like that, kind of like a 3D print, and poke it in to it, and then it has a bit more of a platform. What do you reckon? I guess
Sounds fine.
Seems let us know. Make it an airboat with a big wind tunnel fan and some big fin rotors.
So an airboat, you mean like a hover boat, right? Hovercraft.
Like a swamp buggy.
A swamp buggy, maybe. Yeah, swamp buggy's an airboat. Yeah,
Yeah, swamp buggy.
yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be cool.
It's a good idea.
If you took that wind tunnel fan, it might do it.
How
would it
much?
be-
How much can it press? 38 max
Yeah.
sort of.
It probably could.
38 kgs. Maybe. I don't know.
There you go.
That's an idea.
Fun to try, I guess.
So
Right.
what do you reckon? So 3D print into here, or do you want to bolt it straight?
You can't really, can you?
Not really.
We'll make a So that's what we'll do. We'll jump into CAD software and we'll make that design up.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Did you want to enable that, or
We've got
that one?
What's that?
did you want to enable that?
Enable that side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sure. And then we've got to start working on. Once we've got that kind of started, then we'll work on. While Rich is doing that, I'll take the front nose off, front wheel off him.
Oh yeah, because that was an
that-
ordeal last time.
That was an ordeal last time, so we want to get that good, and then we'll put that other one there. Mr. Six says, what you guys need is a stand to put that mic on between you and have it cranked up the volume just to hear both of you. Oh. Yeah. How about that?
Can you hear me now?
Hopefully it's okay. On the gear, if the tendency is to fold over the larger surface mount area, the area is the stronger version. I think is what it tendency is
Fold
to fold over the larger the surface area mount, the stronger. Oh yeah. That's good. Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, it will fold on itself.
Yeah. I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
What do you reckon? PETG? Oh, we can decide that later on. I actually heard you whisper then. Gotcha. Okay. Okay, Richard, you jump onto that, and then I'll
Hang on.
start jumping this guy.
That's actually pretty good. So that's what we've been making. That was the results from that last episodes. We did find an extra washer in the shop. So.
There you go. Okay. So I'll move the microphone over. Maybe what do you reckon? Just turn the camera? You think that would work?
What do you mean?
No, we just jump to that camera, right?
Hey?
Jump to that camera?
This one.
Yeah, put it up there.
Up here.
Otherwise you won't. Oh, otherwise I'll just stand here.
Hang on.
We can
Just
just
do
jump
that.
between cameras. Yeah. There you go.
How's that?
Have a look.
Oh, good. Oh, good. All right.
Hang on.
Okay, so here we are.
You good. No, put it.
Okay.
At least you hear one.
Yeah. It's a work in progress, this show, isn't it?
It's a work in progress. Yeah.
It's a work in progress, man.
Mr. Six says, what a brilliant idea to make that landing gear aluminium.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it wasn't our idea, was it?
No.
It was a possibility. So yeah, thanks for the help, guys.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah,
And we just happen to have some aluminium in the shop.
Yeah, that's true. And looks like the wheels for roller skates. I guess in many ways they do, can't they?
Yeah. I guess.
Do we have roller skates around?
Yeah, it's in just over there. Okay, so what do we need to do? We're going to make a, what are we doing? Yeah, a sleeve. So we're going to make a sleeve for that. Effectively a slot, so I'm going to have to measure it. Okay, so I think what we'll do is I'll start with the internal because that always seems to be the most annoying if you try and do it in post. So I'm saying 25, and then I'm saying
There's our roller skates.
3, 1, 2, 3.
There's some roller skates.
Yep,
These ones are 3D printed as well.
That's right, we fixed the nose on them, weren't they? So this is a 3D printed nose. There's an episode, you probably saw it, and then the TPU on the outside, right? There.
On the outside.
Yeah, still works good. Still good. Still playing.
We haven't played the game.
We haven't played hockey for a while, but that's okay. They can wait, as it were. They're in storage. They're not going to hurt anyone. So 25, I reckon. So I'll start with maybe just.
What was that made out of, Richard? What filament?
I think it was PLA Pro. I think those boots, and 100% infill, and then the TPU. I think it was 100% as well. Yeah.
Yep. Happy says you could print your own motorized skateboard someday. That's an idea.
Awesome.
And
Keep these ideas coming. They're cool. Maybe 26 if it's 25. Give it like a millimeter gap.
And Mr. Zeke says, Richard, when you attach the aluminium.
Oh, we lost it.
Did it fall off? When you attach the aluminium to the thing, heat up the 3D print when you put it in. That way it's a snug fit. Got to be super tight that way. Oh, that's good advice. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Happy says, "Oh, that's sick. Do you guys ice skate or play hockey?"
I guess there's no ice, right? So it's roller hockey. Same thing, just with wheels.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. So hockey.
So hockey, but yeah. I guess you have to learn both, right?
And Dan says that's what she said. All right. Okay. I think it was last time we used a spatula.
2, 3.
Like one of those spatula things.
Yeah. Yeah. So I gave it a 1 mil spacing on both of them. Because I know there's always a bit of shrinkage and stuff like that. Yeah, so there's always a bit of, it always shrinks a bit. I'm going to use this measuring tool. So 26, so it's actually 25, and then 4 is 4. So that's kind of where we're at, which is actually in around 3 millimeters. Yeah, so that'll get us started. So I'll make that a real line now, and then I just use this, what seems to be what we do. How wide should I make it? Like I was saying, to make it super wide so it doesn't roll over. You don't want any rollovers. Maybe 60, can you measure it on those?
Yeah.
Just cross-reference check.
Yeah, just don't really go this way.
Hey?
So once it's on, don't really go too far that way.
Okay.
You just kind of have a wide kind of thing.
Okay.
I think it'll be fine.
Okay.
You can also you could do it around it. You can always modify it after something.
All right. Okay. Okay. So I'll call this so up here will be where the wing is, we'll say.
Yeah.
And maybe what, like a 3 millimeter offset? Yeah, 3 millimeters. I'm just making this up. There's no.
Bring the camera over to here.
Put it on that box, maybe.
What about here? Is that cool? Is that cool now?
It's just filming. I don't have a head now.
You don't have your head.
No.
What about now?
Yes, right.
Better?
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
I don't have a head, man.
Okay. Does it get cold enough to freeze the ponds
No,
over there?
no, no,
No.
no.
That
We,
is-
we've never actually, as such, experienced snow here in the Bay of Islands.
no.
It gets. There's a lot of flooding. I'll give you that. So if you swap it for,
flooding. We get that.
so if we were film, we wouldn't be so much of the alpine thing. We'd be more of like those ones with like, you know, when they swamp and like I was trying to think of that film. What's it called when the gators under the house and the girl's running for a
I
while?
think it's called crawl.
Crawl. Yeah.
But we
yeah.
don't have gators.
We don't have gators.
Here in the USA, they go skating and play hockey on the ponds when it's freezing. Yeah, but it's epic. It sounds epic. Mr. Zeke says we have 9.5 inches of ice right now.
Wow.
Should have a foot by the end of the month. That's sick.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
it really kind of snows more like down south. I hear
50
they
maybe? 50 you said?
It's fine. Yeah. We can always chop it down a bit after. In post production. So we kind of have flooding, those sorts of things. Mainly it's by the beach, so kind of beach activities, those sorts of things. I guess the tsunami warnings go off now and then.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard one for a while, which is good. When there was,
They're not really that fun.
yeah, it's not really that friendly. But we haven't had any tsunamis, so that's good. Don't want that sort of thing.
So maybe 3? Or
Yeah.
4?
It's fine.
I think
Yeah.
not 34.
So yeah, the software that we're using is Design Spark Mechanical. We use Fusion and Blender and those sorts of things, but this is kind of the guy we always tend to use, don't we? I like him the best.
Apparently.
Yeah.
We used to use
We used to use SolidWorks back in the day, but we call it this.
Do you guys have a preference? Like, do you prefer something over something else?
That's true. Oh, anyway, let's get my spatula.
Hey?
My spatula.
Your spatula.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to take that thing off. Maybe go over here. Yeah. Something like that. That'd probably look right, eh? Yeah, and I technically probably should have done that with a mirror line, but whatever. Tough, you know, I didn't. So in the background, Harry's doing trying to get that the 3M off, which proved to be a challenge last time.
Well, this time I got the right tool.
Yeah. And the episode that we're making at the moment seems to be coming together quite nicely. So all going well, it should be able to make the Tuesday time cap.
So 5 a.m. in the morning. Mr. Zeke says he uses Fusion 360.
Nice.
Sure. Oh, Fusion 360 sure likes the RAM from the computer. Yeah.
They all kind of do, really, don't they?
Yeah.
I know that you can use Fusion 360 online, but I've never actually done it as such.
No.
Have you had any luck with the online version? As they say, try it once, try some more, keep trying until it. No, not that.
Yes,
You
so,
silly goose.
in regards to snow, the only thing that we really have with snow is Snow Planet. It's kind of like a indoor snowboarding and skiing arena, but that's kind of like 3 hours drive to get to see that. But that's the closest we kind of have to snow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy says, I don't have any experience with doing CAD work. He's a greenhorn in that area. Oh, it's just
it's not too bad.
It's not too bad. You just take your time and yeah, we haven't had any problems with it really.
Yeah, there's a bit of a learning curve like anything, but
yeah, true.
But yeah, it's well worth doing. I know that quite a lot of people use things like Thingiverse and stuff to design stuff, but quickly you sort of work out that actually you're gonna have to design it yourself.
Or you have to modify their design. That's what
It's quite hard to modify someone else's design. It doesn't always like to play ball.
no.
Yeah. So what? Just so you know what I just did then. I need that hole. So that's the slot here where this shaft is going to go in. So as it goes in to the slot, if you can imagine, this up here is where the wing is. So that's the wing. There's your surface area. So it's going to go into the slot here, along here, but I want to make an end. So what I did is I clicked all the surfaces and I hit that fill button, and then that will fill it in, and then I can make it look like a nice end. So I extrude the whole thing together, and then like this in a second. But yeah, effectively, Fusion's pretty much identical to this, more or less. It just got slightly different functions, but the approach is pretty much the same, isn't it, really? Maybe like that, 2 mils, like that. And then that's pretty much in essence the shape, really, isn't it?
And Mr. Zeke says, after checking out Happy's videos, he seems pretty knowledgeable. So you should be able to do it. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
we agree.
We agree, yeah, totally.
Looks complex, but you guys seem pretty proficient at it. Just take your time.
Yeah, just take your time, and yeah, it's fine. You're like, yeah, just work.
And Zeke says, Tinkercad. Have you used Tinkercad, Richard? Maybe it's a good starting point.
Yeah, I don't think we have used Tinkercad, have we?
No. I guess just find one that works for you, really. Yeah, but it's good advice for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's everything has limitations and stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'd highly recommend learning. Just pick one and go with that. Really, where you could use Tinkercad or you say Fusion or things like that. Yeah, so this is the underside. So I guess make it look neat and tidy. So might as well make, you know, you're supposed to be a professional, right? So so you can leave it like that. There's nothing wrong with finishing the design like that. But I think because we're supposed to be making it look nice, we'll make that. I could chamfer it, but I'm going to round it because why not, right? So just give it a pull, makes it all look nice and neat and tidy. Maybe make it.
Pretty much what you're saying, don't you?
Yeah,
Once you know one, you know.
yeah. But there you go. So that's a lot more rounded. I guess if you're talking about airflow, I'm sure that would help out and aerodynamics wise. And then I guess we'll make this corner a bit nicer as well, so it doesn't hit the air too aggressively. So maybe pull it down a bit, maybe. All good there?
Yep. Just Mr. Seek was just saying Tinkercad has the good basics to get started with.
Yeah.
Happy says he'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I have a go sometime. I have a new printer still in the box.
Oh, what's the new printer?
Have too many winter projects and not enough winter to do it in.
Does it have to be winter to do a winter project?
Yeah, that's right.
Because then it could be like a summer project, but you're right. There's only so many hours in the day, right? So
yeah. Good thing about the 3D printing is you can work on the job and then you can get that done while you're doing something else.
Yeah. So you can have it going while you're like, I don't know, out doing something else. Or in our case, it would probably be like while we're printing, while we're doing live stream or making an episode or something.
Wonder which one you got.
Yeah, what was the printer that you decided to get yourself? If you're allowed to talk about it, that is. Nobody likes a nosy person. Four maybe.
There you go.
Yeah.
Rounding up those edges.
Round out those edges.
It's bamboo X1 carbon. Oh, sweet.
Oh yeah, we saw one of those in the store, eh? They're quite good.
Yeah, they look cool.
And you're happy with the choice? I bet you are. Does that have? Is that the multicolor one? It is, isn't it? I think you can enable that.
Yeah.
But you might not be using multicolor printing.
Well, you don't necessarily need it.
You don't need it straight away. So it's only more like an elective, right?
Yeah. Like an AMS or do they call it AMS? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think Graham
AMS,
Booth
yeah.
calls it AMS. Whereas Crowley call it a CFS. Gotta change those names up.
Yeah, it makes it's
Yeah.
exactly the same, right?
Yeah. And Mr. Zeke, he agrees. It's a good one. Yeah.
Oh, there's a question. Did you order it from the store, or did you get it like a sale thing, or what was your plan of attack? I know some people are into the like Black Friday sales and things like that.
Did we get that one from Black Friday?
No, we just got that.
Oh, just got it.
We're like terrible for sales. Sometimes we're like we used to like go to stores all the time, not so much now, but you'd be like in the store and you're like, why are all these people here, man? You're like, I don't know. Turns out there's like a sale on, or we should probably be a bit more clued on to that kind of thing.
I'm getting that.
Was that 4? Let's have a look. I can't remember. It was an 8. Okay,
Ah, I got it.
nice. So Harry got the foot off.
Okay, so he's got no feet now.
It's got no feet.
Back to how we started.
Oh, not that one. Not that one. Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing these edges. Same sort of thing as Fusion as well, pretty much, more or less. Just selecting those, and then I'll pull them in a second and make them round. It's not completely strictly necessary. It's just.
Off Axis is Joy. Hey, Master, how you been, man?
Thanks for joining in.
Oh, yeah, so Happy did get an AMS with it. Oh, nice.
Oh, it's very fancy. Very cool.
Very cool. I bought it on sale last year from a dealer, so I was able to see it as a demo.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's cool, man. That's sick. What's this thing? Sick being...
Sick
it's
hot.
Cool. Sick hot, yeah.
Sick hot.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's very cool.
That's cool.
Alright. So anyway, I managed to get the foot off. So then we can start designing this guy. Or making him with a combo with a... not an AMS combo, but I was thinking more like a carbon combo for the swivel action.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go. I think that will work. We're going to cross-reference check those measurements here.
Sure.
And then we can save that and
Get it. Maybe even put it on print.
it shouldn't be too long, surely.
No, it doesn't look that long.
But, you know, if you're printing it thicker, it might take a little bit longer.
Right.
So there you go.
Okay, so what are we sitting at?
Hey?
The slot. What is the slot sitting at?
Okay.
Yep, measure it.
Slot. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Happy says it's looking pretty slick. Oh, thanks,
So
man.
26,
What's this for?
the long. 26?
26 for what?
You asked
Oh,
me.
height.
No, 26 on that thing.
This
Harry,
way?
we just cross-referenced the calculations. 26?
This way?
Yeah, so that should be 25. And then the is 4 millimeters, so yours should be 3 millimeters.
Yep.
Yep, that checks out. All right, cool.
And
That's
how long? This way?
Hey?
This way.
Okay. It's a bit hard to tell, but
Yeah, that there.
50.
Yes, the whole thing 50.
Okay, so that's cool.
That's
okay.
good. So slip
And
that
then
down there.
and then the width on there and there.
Oh yeah, sure. All the way.
Hey?
Yeah, just what is it? What's one edge to the other edge?
100.
I'll just double check that. Hang on.
Just checking.
Oh, yeah. Maybe you check that part.
Which one? 100. So that is the.
Sideways.
That's this way, right? That's that
That's
way.
the other way. Sideways, finish that way.
That way.
No, this way,
No.
isn't it? Because the wheel comes in this way. Right? Wheel comes that way. Right? Sideways.
Oh yeah. Okay. Width is
We got
100.
enough space, or we can chop off a bit.
It's a bit wide.
A little bit too wide.
Mm.
Okay. Just follow it.
The whole thing.
Kind of want to be a bit from here to here, kind of.
Yeah.
What is it?
Kind of like. We want it to be like maximum of 60.
Okay. Okay, we'll cut that down.
No. Okay, so it's a bit long. Okay.
Get back a couple. Make it back to 0. Oh, well, we'll just change that a little bit. Put those to 0. See what we do.
Might be able to. No. We have to go. How would I do that? I guess I could just chop it. I could extrude from underneath.
Just
Put a
extrude
plane.
it. Put a plane on the side and chop it.
I could put it on top and then extrude straight through it.
Sure. I do.
Might do it. All right, so I got to do some. So what was it? 60 all up, so 30 each side, right?
Mm.
So I'll put a plane on here. All good? Everything's working?
Yep.
How's the stream going, everyone? Is it behaving itself? You can hear us and see us? And ideally, if everything's going correct, we should actually be on 2 streams at the moment. We should be on the horizontal and vertical at the same time.
I'm just checking it. Yeah. Do you want another one go? Or just leave it like this?
Sorry?
Oh, I didn't do the TikTok.
Oh.
Not to worry.
Hang on a second. What is going on? Alright, here we go. Good day.
Yeah, just checking audio.
All good?
What is the doodle dad you're designing, Dancy?
Which is what?
The doodle dad. What are you designing?
What am I doing? Yeah, I guess they probably should explain that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to do the
Yeah, it's good.
what I'm doing is can you pass the feet?
Do what?
The feet.
Yep.
So so not that one, the other feet. So what I'm doing is in the last stream we made this piece, which is the wheel, and what I'm doing is so this part's all sorted now. But what I need to do is I make this part here, so that's the part that attaches to the plane. So effectively what I'm doing is I'm going slot, and I'm making that slot section. So that is the bridge between this aluminium and the
plane.
3 printed wing.
And then maybe some bolts or glue or something to hold it on. Happy says, I'm impressed. No issues on audio or visual. No glitching or chopping. Great work. Oh, thanks.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for telling us.
Okay. And then maybe we'll get into some carbon work on this one. Maybe it's back to some metal when we start designing this.
Okay.
Dan says, gotcha. No.
Yeah. Sorry, I probably should have made that a bit more clear.
But yes, we're carrying on with the wheels.
So 60 across, is that cool now?
Hey.
60 across, cool? That'd be right, eh? Because the
check
foot
it,
goes
check it,
in that way.
Wait, here you go.
So foot goes in that way, horizontally. And then it would be 60. Which is that.
Happy with it?
It fits.
Okay.
You kind of want as much surface area as possible. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just finishing off this last part of the design since I had to make a adjustment to it, but that's okay. And I'll pull this. Where are we? All right, there we are.
Round those edges.
Round out those ridges. 4, I think it was. Done.
Okay, there you go.
So that's what we're looking at. That weird looking shape. Okay, I mean, you know, oh, can I? If you went to the store to buy that, I mean, good luck. Can I have a part that's designed for this aluminium extrusion that can fit to my wing, please? No.
Okay.
Okay, so there you go. So, when we do it for real, we might have to drill some holes in here.
Yep. Do you
And
wanna,
then into the wing.
slice it up and put it on the print? Shouldn't take long to print.
we'll give it a go.
Okay, save that. And I'm going to change the camera over.
Oh, yeah, change over to your side.
And I'll take the microphone while Richard does that.
Yeah.
Mr. Zeke says, good call, Richard. Surface area makes good surface tension. There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll change over the
We've
camera.
only got so much room to play with at the end of the day.
That's true. No, that's Richard again. Still Richard. There I am. Okay, well, Richard saves that, and then we'll jump over to the other software and slice it up and put that onto print, and then while we do that in the background, we'll start working on this one. Off axis is, oh, he's saying hi to Dan, yeah. Flatten one size, Dan suggests, so that way you can print without supports. I don't think you need to print with supports on that one, would you? Just put it flat.
Just the internal part.
Just that internal part. Oh, I see what you mean. Like put it on one end. I get where it's going. Flatten one end so it was all clean, and then extrude up for that. What do you want to do with it?
I kind of like it curved.
He likes the curve. Okay, sorry there, Dan. It's kind of like that. Was it Little Britain that did that all the time? It was a TV show, and they used to say, the computer says no. So sorry, Dan. But good advice. Like it. It would speed up production. Yeah. But yes. Okay, so while Richard does a little saving thing, I guess we'll start thinking about this design. So the idea would be this is the one at the front of the plane, so we kind of want a bit of a swivel action. I don't want to be so rigid on it. So yeah, we don't want it to fall out. So I thought maybe what we could do is we could put like a bit of carbon rod in there, not the 3D print. Or do you want to go? Would you want to continue with the metal scheme? Do we continue with metal, or? I mean,
how would that work?
Well, you do one side up, right?
Okay.
You do like one metal side like that.
Yeah.
And come up.
And then what?
And then go to like a 90 degree.
So what, are you going to do some kind of tube or something?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, you can do that.
Just a thought anyway. Happy says go with style. There you go. Do you guys want to see it in metal, or do you want to just like kind of retrofit something like this? Not this one, because this is, played with. But yeah, we could use it as a 3D print, like chop here. I mean, we could just retrofit this one. Yeah, drill in, put a piece of rod in there.
Oh, that particular.
Well, that's a possibility.
Oh, okay. Whatever works.
Whatever gets the job done, really.
Are you going to put any
like a carbon rod in?
Oh, okay. So what you're saying is on the front of it have no suspension, and just have suspension only on the back.
Oh yeah, good point. Forgot about it.
Are you going to do it on the K1?
Yeah, we'll put it on the K1. Oh, you probably want the suspension, right?
Yeah. That's the idea, right? Can you do this kind of thing?
Yeah, we could do that, possibly.
Could you do it with the spring on the front?
Mr. Zeke says, it's too bad you guys can't get piano wire. It would be perfect for the job. Yeah.
I don't want to bust my piano up, man.
I don't want to bust my piano up, man. Yeah, good point. I want to see H&R during racing hats and shirts posted to buy the merch thing. Yes, me too. Maybe when...
Oh, you can do the hat.
Oh, you can get the hat logo. That's on our Patreon page. So, but you already... Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
That's it.
But we can't get the hat, can you? Where's the hat? Not yet. Not yet. Just waiting on YouTube, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's the technical answer. You guys don't have an RC shop close where you are? No. I was just trying to think what would be the closest. No, not really.
Arroway?
Huh?
Arroway?
Yeah, but do they have what we need?
Okay, 3 hours away?
Yeah, about 3 hours. 3 hours drive. Dan suggests you should snag some grandma's piano. Take it. She won't mind. There you go.
She definitely will mind.
I think she will mind. But yes, no, the piano stays where it is. It's good. I do play the piano sometimes. So I like the piano.
You can switch back over here.
Okay, we can change back over.
Yeah.
print your own hat too? You mean the actual hat
Oh, yeah.
itself? Is that what you're getting at? It's interesting. I like that thinking.
What material should he use?
But then it's an interesting one.
What material would he use?
What
would you use?
to do a whole hat?
Yeah, because you can in the K2.
K2 could do it. Interesting.
Hang on, I'll show you.
What do you mean? Oh, Richard's just grabbing the build plate. Hang on.
Okay, take your head off. Oh, I got my head here.
There you go.
Like that. Is that what you mean?
They print the whole thing. TPU maybe.
Like that. Print.
Can the K2 do TPU?
Huh?
Can the K2 do TPU?
Oh, not well.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to check that one.
It can do, but you have to do like a workaround.
Mr. Six says a 0 on the piano is one you will never use very often. She will never notice. Yeah. You can print TPU directly onto a T-shirt. Oh, okay, I haven't seen that one. That's a pretty cool idea. Direct straight to the T-shirt itself. That's cool.
Interesting.
And then Zeke says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I don't no." Yes. Yeah, it's funny. The old messaging thing. It plays up sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to jump over and see what the slicer is going to do, right?
Okay.
Yeah, might as well. Yeah, it's just when we start.
Okay. You can figure it out.
No, it's me again. Yeah. Okay, so at the moment we are sitting on. We're sitting on our slicing software. This one's in Crowley. I think we'll do PETG, yeah, right?
Okay.
PETG? Mount? It'd have to be. Yeah.
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 Yeah. We'll jump over to that one.
Let's feel like for
What's that?
here's some PETG back.
Black one? Yeah, to match. You want black. Yeah. Happy says his church is getting rid of an old piano. I would ship it, but it might be a bit heavy. Maybe send you just the strings. Oh, there you go. That sounds like it. Which one's this one? The wrong camera. Okay.
Camera?
Yeah, there's the camera. Oh, yeah. It's a black one from good sponsors, KiwiFil. Where's KiwiFil? Their workshops in Tokoroa.
Yeah, in New Zealand.
And Tokoroa is an interesting town. Was that the one that was the wood chopping one?
Would chop.
If a wood could chop wood, yes, I think it was pretty sure that is the town. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't really want to Google it, but I'm pretty sure it used to be a big forestry town, and then they chopped out all the wood, and then there was nothing left. But there is KiwiFil there, so there you go. Good shout out to Eva and Bill. So thanks for sticking with us. It's cool, man. Yes, and they make some good stuff for sure.
Okay.
And they also do that. Do they have a land speed record?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they've got a couple for the electric motorbike, which is pretty badass.
I think they got to get us one record for it.
Yeah, pretty sure.
And what's the infill density?
What's that?
Infill density.
Oh,
We don't need it 100%.
no.
30%.
Yeah, it should be right.
All right.
Yeah, it doesn't have to do it. Oh, they said it isn't. Apparently the landfill doesn't want the pianos. It's a sad thing.
I guess they don't know how to play.
Yeah, that's what.
They're just jealous.
Maybe they're jealous.
They're like, oh, I can't play that.
No. Okay.
I'm gonna make a clone.
Are you gonna do two on one plate? Move it over a
2
bit.
for 1.
Yeah, move it over a bit.
What do you mean?
Move it over so we've got spacing between the so the gantry can come around.
Is that?
That looks okay.
Okay, so there you go. That's all.
He's looking for a baby grand. Yeah, baby grand. It's cool. We'll replace the one they're using. Baby grand's cool.
We're doing
They-
pianos, right?
Yeah, we're talking about pianos. Have you ever played one? I've played one before.
The
Very
store,
cool.
I think.
No, the recording studio.
No, that was a full size.
Oh, that's full. That's cool. Very
You
cool.
don't want any babies there. baby grands there.
No, no.
Professional recording.
Yeah, the landfill isn't very musically inclined.
Right. Okay, that's cool. I can
Hang on,
take it. Change the channel.
Change the channel.
Change the channel, man, because I'm gonna go save it.
Okay, hang on. You'll have to watch me drink water.
Oh, that's nobody wants to see that. Oh no. Gook, gook. Everybody's watching you.
Funny.
Gook. God, God, God.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll got a frog in my throat. But yes. Very cool. And I don't think it'll take long. How long did it say it was going to take? We're going to find out in a second.
These are answers that I can't do.
Okay, so we're slicing away, and it says 1 hour. Is it? No, it's not long.
Yeah, 53 minutes.
No, maybe we can point it another day then.
Point it another day, but we'll prick it.
Yeah.
You
Or
can
maybe
swing
I
it.
can swing back. Hang
Yeah.
on. That one. No, that's me again. Hang on. Jump over to Richard so you can see him.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Look at these fabulous prizes.
There you go. So it says, and can you move the camera, the mouse over so you can see where it says the time?
No,
People might want to see
over
that.
here.
It says over there.
53 minutes and 44 seconds.
53 minutes, 44
It's going
seconds.
to cost 0.39 cents.
There you go.
Don't know how they determined that.
Happy says he took 4 years of piano school when he was a kid, but can't play. I can play the acoustic guitar though. No, that's cool. Yeah. And Mr. Zeke says pianos have between 35 to 100. Oh, sorry, 35 to 50,000 pounds of tension that hold them together. That's cool.
Awesome.
Awesome.
You wouldn't want to get hit by it, would you?
No, you wouldn't. That would be very dangerous. The glug glug of Harry drinking was through the world. Did I have the microphone on for
You
that?
did.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Glug,
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 glug.
glug. There you go.
Can't take it back
No,
now.
you can't take it back. Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think? What do you want to put it on to print anyway?
Oh, no. Oh,
Well, it depends.
yeah.
I guess it's kind of interesting.
Okay, switch over.
Yeah, we'll switch over, yeah.
I'll say put on the SDK.
No, let's switch it again. No, not that one. That one. Yes, there's me. There you go. Okay, so this is the guy that we'll be putting on. We might as well put it on. Why not? Why not? And we'll put that guy on. Yeah, that'll be good. Keep it with a black theme, and then that way it'll be we'll blend in with the is it,
Plane?
yeah, there's a
plane?
RPLA plane, yeah, which is the other one. The parts are nice. They're a work of art. Cheers, 100%. Right, nice. Yeah, so we're making headway, guys. And so we got these 2 mounts done, and then which is slicing that in the background, saving that, and then trying to save it, and then we'll export that to USB, shove it into the K1, and maybe I'll bring the camera over there so you get have a look. And then, do you want to start working on this side? Yeah. If you guys want to see that, let us know. For sure. Yeah. Yeah, I think it'll work quite good. Keeping it lightweight, and we did weigh it before. What did the scale say? Somebody was asking in the last live stream. I could I'm gonna have a look. Hang on. Where is it? Where'd you write it? Down the bottom.
On page 2, I think.
Oh yeah. So we weigh, was it 2 kgs?
Yeah, quite heavy. Eh?
Quite heavy, but expected to be heavy. The new wheels were 75 grams with the aluminium structure, but the old ones were 88 grams. So there you go. So we are saving some weight. So there you go. So I guess by saying that, you can say that we are getting somewhere. That, reducing that weight. The actual plane itself is what, 30% infill? 3% infill? Sorry, 3%, not 30%. That's silly. Yes. Happy says, let's go. This thing's going to be ready for flight soon. Yes, absolutely. What else do we have to do on it? We just have to enable flight. Just have to enable everything. GPS is good. The flight controller just has to. We've linked the receiver to it, so that's something. And you get okay. We'll just jump over so Richard can you can see Richard. Just Richard's back. Yes, there he is. So you can see him there. He's turning on the K1 at the moment. And yeah, so before you know it, it'll be printing. So I'll put this guy on, and we always, it's something that we always do, is we always put it into a dryer. With all our prints now, we didn't used to when we started out, when we had the Ender 3. Well, we've still got the Ender 3. He sits inside that bag behind us, you know. He sits in that guy there. That's in that bag there. He doesn't. He just sits with the spool above him. But he mainly does TPU prints. That's what we only use it for at the moment, isn't it? Yeah. He does a good job, so he's still employed. Hang on, back to that other camera. It's a sweet printer. Thanks. Yes. And the what else? Hang on. Back to that one. Yeah, and that one there. Hang on. That's that one there. That printer there. That's the one we flew with the 3D on the 3D printed drone frame. And the other one that's just outside frame. Hang on. That way is the K2. And yeah, and the resin one behind, but we know about that one. And we'll go back to Richard. There you go. There you go. Did it come up on frame, Richard? Hey? Did it come up on the printer?
Oh, do you want to check?
No, it's fine. Just yeah, so we just check it's all in. But yes, hopefully yeah, it's there. So hopefully you guys are having a great. For us, it's a Saturday.
Yeah. This is a Saturday.
This is a Saturday, but yes, hopefully. Hey. It's just heating up. Do we just check that? Switch over to this one?
Yeah.
Webcam only? Oh. I think Happy was actually talking about the K1. It was a sweet printer. Yes, I think so. Mr. Six says, is that your new nose landing gear on the back wall above the printer? That black piece with an angle. Is that your new nose landing gear on the back wall above that printer? Is it above us now or on the other printer? On the other screen?
No, either way.
No. Oh, that was a fun video. The flying 3D printer. Yeah, cheers, man. Thanks. I think you're talking about. No, that's the sign. I think the sign's the thing on the left. That's the our logo sign. You know, just kind of a funny angle. Is it your spool holder? You'll just make me run around and go. But yes, just run around the shop like a mad person. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So that one's. We'll keep you updated while it's doing its
Checks.
startup sequence.
Yeah.
But okay. Do you want to dive into the issue that is the front wheel?
Yeah. The minus the piano wire scenario. What can we do instead to make it the spring?
Could you add a pivot point to it, just above the wheel? So effectively, what I was thinking was something very similar to this. Go up here, and then add a sort of a.
Oh, hang on.
Like a
Microphone.
Yeah, hold it. So what I was thinking of doing was effectively using this as a sort of a base concept, which was obviously the original design. So what I was thinking was going up, and then add a pivot point there, and then pivot point back to the plane, obviously, and then add some kind of like spring or something in there to obviously make it so that way it doesn't, it can take some shock, right? So maybe like a pin.
Yeah.
It'd have to be
like a hinge.
Effectively a hinge, right?
Like similar to like a GoPro mount.
Or why not just literally a GoPro mount type thing? You can use the measurements from a GoPro mount.
You could do. Well, otherwise just
That would
use
work
just one of
fine.
those. Just
Yeah,
put 'em out, a
straight
bolt,
pin.
straight bolt in them.
And then add some kind of, you'd have to have some kind of like you said, like a piano wire or something that's
We'll
rigid.
worry about that in post.
Worry about in post. Do you have any little springs you could incorporate into the design for suspension? Well, not on me right now.
You had like a pull one the other day.
Yeah, it was a bit damaged.
How did it do?
We may have to source one from a
hang on.
store, a shop, I think.
Springs.
Harry's going to go hunting, I think, in the background. Not that I can see at the moment.
But we can worry about it in post.
But you can't worry about it in post. Just maybe just allow for that. Like if you're doing like you were talking about with a bit of piano wire or some kind of springy wire, you could add like a little insert and then cut it in post.
Oh yeah. And then we just put it in.
And then that way you can
structure.
you know, like make it with a bit of allowance. Even some heavy, Mr. Zeke says, even some really heavy rubber bands on a cantilever. Interesting. That's a good idea. Springy. Yeah, it's a good idea. I guess for now, what we'll do is we'll make the hinge and we'll make the swivel, and we'll keep thinking. All ideas are good ideas.
Except if they're bad ideas.
Unless they're a bad idea, then yeah, you can't go back on it. Oh, I should have done that. Yeah. Okay. I'll go and change over to the other camera. Hang on. And you'll see me in the next frame. There you go. Okay, that seems to be nominal, I think. You all right? I'll just check to see if there's still some glue there, and there is. That's cool. Okay, so that's good. And we'll need to change to that one. There we go. So we'll hold a PETG, which we just put in 53 minutes and 44 seconds. Right, there we go. And she's away doing a calibration.
Mrs. Zeke's. I was just saying that. I'll just put it on. Mrs. Zeke and Happy suggests a 3D printed rubber band suspension from something that Ellipsion used. Oh yeah, I haven't seen that one, but I guess we can't really plagiarize, can we? So we'll just imagine our own version. And
you don't want to plagiarize, but we can take inspiration. That's the way.
Yeah, the ideas. So we'll start with a hinge, and then we could work around that, couldn't we?
Yeah.
So if you just did a hinge with like a slide on the side, like a ratchet, that's how far it can go. You can't go any more than that, and then you can put rubber bands on there also. Rubber bands on that, so that would work. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we got.
So we're going to start with the hinge. Or you
Just
start with the wheel part.
Start with the wheel part, then go up to a hinge, and then we'll work on that part.
So start here.
Go up to there.
Okay. So what, from the side? Extrude an angle.
Yeah, a little bit
Go up
thinner
to
than
there.
that. To a hinge.
To a
Bolt
hinge.
goes through like
Bolt
something
through
like
here,
this.
through.
This
Then
kind
we'll
of
have the
bolt.
hinge action.
Like an M3. What's this?
And then we'll go up to the pivot point, which goes onto the aircraft, which we need to design as well. Right?
Yeah. So okay. There you go.
Do you want to do it with me?
I don't mind. You're over there. Fine.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll ask the viewers. Do you want me to design it, or do you want Richard to design it? Yeah.
Oh, you can design it.
I don't mind. We'll take turns.
No, that's right. Off you go.
Well, that's good. No,
Oh, we
you
can
son.
pull it off anyway.
Hey?
I'll bring the camera back here.
Back here. Yeah.
Oh, you don't need to be here?
Well, something to leave.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, unless you want the camera over here. Oh, I can just turn this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Bring that one back.
I'll break.
Bring it back, just again.
It's too hard.
It's too harsh. It's too hard. Okay, so he's bringing the camera back. Just so you know what's going on. But yes, All good ideas are good ideas.
Unless they're a bad idea.
Unless they're a bad idea. I don't know who said that line, but anyway. Did I? Okay. But yeah, so far we're making progress, which is cool. And we've got 2 parts on the print, and we're working on this one for the little update on this live stream.
Okay, so we can swap it,
Wait,
yeah.
somebody, what was it?
Good job, man.
I think YouTube said there's one thing you should say to people. They had like a little thing that came up this morning. It said make sure you should say this to a live stream. It's like a tip of the day or something like that. It said okay, in 10 minutes time there's a Q&A session gonna be coming up. Make sure you stick around for the Q&A session. But
if yeah, in all honesty, 10 minutes time, if you got a question,
yeah,
or you could just ask now.
yeah. So any time is a good time. So there you go.
Anytime.
I thought it was funny.
Anytime's a good time.
There you go.
I think you didn't really deliver the joke.
The joke wasn't really at its best.
No.
But yeah. Okay. Change camera.
Okay. It's gonna cut me out of the frame.
Right.
That's fine.
There you go.
Change camera. That one I think. Yeah, Harry's playing with the camera. Yeah. That's right.
Where is he?
Yeah, you don't have a head at the moment. There he is. Look at him.
How about now? Better?
Yeah, it's all right.
It's alright. We'll leave it. Okay, so we're gonna start with. You got the calipers in here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, hang on. You turn the microphone. I'll grab a.
But yes, hope you guys are having a great. For us, it's a weekend. But yeah, hopefully it doesn't. No, we're having. We are going strong with this project, so it's good. And I like getting things done, so that's cool. But hopefully you're having a great day either way, or night, or evening.
Yeah, just covering all the bases.
Yeah. So. All right. Whoops. Okay, so yeah, so just transferring this bit of data across. Just checking it to see if it's going to work. 26 mil, it's fine. 26, across to there, and we'll go down, I don't know. Same amount, was pretty good, maybe a little less, make it a little bit more aerodynamic, a little bit more sexier. It's working. So say 31, 32, 33, 34, 34. All right. What do you reckon, 34?
Yeah. He said, for ideas sake, look up the Lexilon Pantera V2, and there's a free drawing to look at, and it has the rubber band suspension idea I was thinking of.
Can we do that? We could do that, can we?
Yeah, just for ideas sake. You could see the idea and design your own, but it's hard to explain over the keyboard. Haha. What he said. Okay.
Okay, hang on.
Change. No, hang on. No.
You change this one?
No.
Yeah. Okay. You're good? Just jump over the other screen?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll just change it there.
What you doing?
Save this?
You need to?
Oh, might as well save it.
Okay. He's saving at the moment.
What are we going to call it? Front
wheel.
Front wheel.
Front wheel
Suspend.
suspension. Okay, so we're going to jump over to the other computer in a second.
Just save it. Why not?
Just leave that up, and then just go click the bottom screen.
Oh.
On the bottom.
Which one? Over here?
No, not that one.
This?
No.
This?
Yeah. Okay, hang on, bear with. We were just sourcing this design.
Okay, what's it called?
Okay, it is called the
Yeah.
Lexilon Pantera V2. CLIPSON. ECLIPSON. Yep.
Oh.
Over Happy says that the rubber band's hooks could be added to your own build, and it doesn't look too complex. Okay. It's on planes, I guess.
Plane V2, was it?
Pantera.
Pantera.
A V2. Okay, we're nearly there.
Oh, okay. I think we can look at that.
Quite a cool design. Maybe download. Haven't actually seen this aircraft before, so that's cool. Of course, you can't see what we're looking at. I haven't changed it.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
not that stuff. That's just normal.
download, but
How to read the drawing. Interesting.
download.
Well, it's cool to see other people's work.
Okay, so I'll bring you over so you can see what he's looking at.
Ah, I see. Oh, okay, so it's a basic little thing on the back.
There you go.
I think we're looking at this here. I think we're looking at that little hinge.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
so,
it's just-
so that hinge up on the top was where the rubber band goes, right? Yeah. Okay, so it is quite similar, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So instead of using a spring, he's got a rubber band on the front leading edge. You can circle with your.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we could do our version of that. Yeah, no problem. Sounds good.
And then it looks like to me he's hooked back on himself, going straight. But he is adding the swivel as well. You can see.
In this part, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we'll take inspiration from this guy. He's pretty cool.
Okay.
Okay.
We jump over to the screen.
It's 49 to 50. 49 to 54. Let's look at the numbers.
49.
49. So you got
54. Oh, 49, 54.
49.
Oh, yeah. No biggie.
Yeah, it's cool.
All good. No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
We're all good.
Yeah, all good.
Alright.
Leave it for reference if you need it. Exit.
Alright.
And back to the camera. Nice. There you go. All good?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, thanks for the suggestions, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on. I missed a couple.
What's that?
I missed a couple of those slides, sorry, but it says that there's under the scale plane models, limitation is the inconsistent cirrus form of flathead. I'm happy. He says I have a friend that printed something similar, and I was really impressed and how smooth it was, and more bones over for heavier.
Oh, bands, more bands.
More bands and less for lighter models. Okay, yeah, well that would make sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Nice.
That's quite a good idea.
Yeah. There you go.
I'm going to check to see if that one's working.
Yeah, they'll clear it. It's fine. All right.
Yeah, nice. Great ideas, guys.
What was it? 34.
Because the biggest problem that we had was on takeoff, the plane didn't really want to play ball, did he?
Not so much.
It would be when we were testing it on the Kapari. He was having a hard time with the grass takeoff, wasn't he?
Exactly. How thick do you want it? What do you reckon? A little bit thinner?
Yeah.
10, 15? Too much.
Yeah.
What, 6?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
7?
6, 7.
7. So yeah, you guys can see what we're making. I should really just cheat, but anyway. I could do that. Hang on.
What do you mean? Oh, you're going to do a mirror line.
Yeah. So yeah, so just add a mirror line in there. That way I don't have to do some.
Duplicates it.
Yeah, just
Lazy approach.
a lazy approach.
Happy RC says they could even turn around backwards as it's in a hinge forward too. Just in hinge forward too.
Oh yeah.
Could even turn around.
Go all the way
backwards.
around. Yeah, no worries.
Just a thought. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, nice. Oh, I'll use it for inspiration. It's a good idea.
Yeah, no worries.
If it's a good idea, it's a good idea, right?
What do you reckon about that?
Yeah. And then just come together, and then you'd have to extrude up after a bit, wouldn't you? Or you could do that now in the design, couldn't you? Because you need to go up to make that pivot point.
Oh, yeah, some legs.
What are you gonna make? It's a center column. Are you gonna do it joint together?
I was going to do like a hinge, just like two on the outside, then put one in the middle.
Oh, okay. I'm with you.
I could do like that kind of thing.
Like this. Okay. Like this. Two hinges on each side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What do you reckon? Come out, say 6 each side. That'll do. 6 each side. That should make it about.
It must have a blocker on it too, because otherwise what would happen is it just fold up, right? If you don't have like some kind of like way to stop in it. Yeah. Okay, so you make it 12 in the center? Oh, yeah. Oh, that's strong enough, isn't it? Yeah.
What's that? Gonna be.
That'd be 12.
That should be enough, eh?
Yeah, it's heaps, yeah.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
How much is that center column? Is that 12?
That's fine.
Yeah.
More like 14.5.
Be fine. Similar.
Similar.
Okay, so if we're sort of trying to understand what he's talking about, the center column is where the wheel is. Happy RC says, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Oh, thanks, man.
It all helps.
It all helps. Thanks, man. And remember, you can go and check out Happy RC Flyer as well. It's got a really cool YouTube channel. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, you're gonna do what?
I was gonna go up 15, you reckon?
Okay. I gotta check to see everything's working.
Start there. I can always shape it again. It's fine. Okay, so now I gotta go and extrude it. All right. Seems to be working. I'll just make it the same dimensions, or do you want to go a little less from this version? Maybe 14. That way, it's not too big. It's a little better than this version. Because ultimately, we want to see a better version than this one. But anyway, so that's a basic leg there. All right, let's put some holes in it. And just add.
How do you know if it's working on both sides?
Don't know. Good question.
Doesn't really tell you.
No. Hang on. Go back to
I mean, I
normal.
guess if you go change the screen, but
No, I couldn't see it either. There to there. What's that? 33.
It's thanks for the shout out. It said food for thought, round your inside corners off. It's in Zeke. Yeah.
On the legs?
Food for thought, yeah, round your inside corners off.
You mean like this one?
Yeah, I think so. And Happy RC says,
I was planning to.
yeah. He said, Happy RC says, thanks for the shout out. Now I have to sponsor you guys. That's very kind. All good?
Yeah. Just about.
I mean, effectively, you're making that, but just slightly more refinement.
Yeah.
what I could do is I could change camera angle.
I'm going to change camera.
This is last chance of snapping it. Oh, less chance. Sorry, less chance of snapping. Yeah, for sure. You're also probably talking about the top part as well, which is that top square at the top.
Sorry.
Up here, this rounded edge.
Oh yeah, round them out. Yeah,
Down underneath.
Yeah, about here.
Because that would like this is quite square, right? See, there'd be a
Oh
stress
yeah.
point.
Yeah, stress point. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
We can do that in a bit, eh?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Thanks, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
Less chance. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
33.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. The rounding. We normally do that after we've sort of done the basic shape, right? Just
Yeah.
makes it less complicated for later on.
Yeah, just calculator.
Yeah, cool. Yep, agrees.
12. Okay. Everything's in 12 today.
I'll go and check this here. Yeah.
Okay, so making it long enough. So it's all about, so it clears that height. 45. Is that correct? Mm. 45 might be too much. Oh, maybe a little less. Hang on. Just give it a minute.
Nice. Good stuff.
Okay, so we're making progress, guys. What are we up to now? 40. 40 is nice. We're liking 40. Does 40 looks good? Does it look sexy enough? Yeah, just clears it. We don't need to get too.
It doesn't need to be too crazy, does it?
Okay.
How was the week, everyone? Do we get up to anything spectacular? Because I know Christmas is coming.
Yeah, has everybody done their Christmas shopping?
Everybody done their Christmas shopping, or are they doing some last minute dash for presents? I know that we got our presents for people. We just did it online, didn't we? Yeah, seemed to work out. They all came, so
Yeah, they arrived in time here.
they arrived like what, yesterday?
Yeah, should be on. 2.
All good.
I think so, yeah.
Oh, you're gonna bore the hole.
Yeah, why not? What size hole is it?
I don't know.
Put the same one back in?
Yeah.
5.
5. Cool, and then pull through. Mr. Zeke says I'm done 95% of
Hang on.
it. 95% online. He feels bad about that. Not supporting, but it's also 30% cheaper. Yeah. I guess it's always a bit like that now these days. I guess where we are, it's a little hard to do anything not online because there's no real shops here.
Not so much.
Not so much. So you kind of, if you want to get anything specific, you kind of have to go elsewhere.
Which is a shame.
Which is a shame, but yeah, I guess everybody's got their own thing to deal with, right?
That's right, yeah.
So you're going to use a 5mm bore hole, yeah?
Yeah, just we'll put the same piece of carbon rod that goes into this one into the this design.
Yeah.
That's the same plan anyway.
So yeah, we're going to use the same. We're going to use the same bore hole.
Checking to see that.
So effectively, this is the same thing, right, as the previous one. It's just so far it's the same, and then we're going to do the adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. So far everything seems to be nominal. All good. So let me just give it a pull. So he's going to go pull, and then he's going to right click on it. It's going to go negative, and he's going to pull through the lock. And then something went wrong. Oh, because you got that mirror line still on. You need to turn that off.
No, I think it's I did it on the plane. Hang on. Okay.
Right.
Hang on. Little
What'd you
thing
do?
there. Do that thing where. Oh, you just need to move that back.
Wouldn't that be because you got a rail line?
No, not that one.
How would you know what the offset is then?
You can do it.
Okay. Okay. He's adjusting for it. Anyway.
Okay, what was it, 5?
It was. Okay. So that's coming along nicely, and you're gonna pull it properly now.
There you go.
Okay, that's cool. It's working.
We're happy with that.
Nice.
32. Yep.
Yep,
got it
we're
all
happy.
covered.
All right,
We're
cool.
happy. Okay.
Good stuff.
Alrighty. Okay, so that's that part there. And what else do we need? We need a pivot point, right? To the middle of this guy. Put a plane on there. We need to put a hole right in the middle.
Are you gonna divide it so it's a double?
Put a hole down the middle, yeah.
You know, a double. Is it gonna be the
Cut
center
down the
slot?
middle bit, yeah.
So you're gonna push the plane in from the front, right?
Well,
And
you can do
then-
it that way if you want.
Would that be the only way to do it, wouldn't it? Because you gotta.
Can do it from the top here.
Oh, right.
What was it? 7. It's 12. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you reckon about there?
You gotta do 7mm.
3. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, too good.
Because just remember the internal one has to be quite a lot thicker.
Gonna work like that, you think?
Possibly. So what's the internal column? Because that's actually the one that's supporting it. 4mm.
It needs to be a bit stronger, eh?
Bit stronger, yeah. Because
Oh,
just
that
remember
way.
the outside is the outside ones have got
It's fine. I can adjust.
are you gonna pull them?
Yeah. Make it thicker.
Okay. Okay, he's gonna do an adjustment.
What do you reckon?
I don't know. Can leave it so the internal one's like that size.
You're going to chop all this out.
Exactly. So that's the internal.
Oh, yeah. In the middle one.
Yeah.
I'll go like that and then put the one hole through and put the other one as a double.
No. Just do it like
You
that.
could do that. You could get and then put the other ones in the outside.
Whatever works.
And what's this?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter which way you do it.
No. There's no wrong way. Let's find out. Hang on.
Happy RC says all the shopping's done and you celebrate with more family yesterday. That's cool. And more celebration next week too. He's got it's pretty cold outside and the fire's going and he's chilling by the couch. And he's enjoying the stream. Well,
Thanks, man.
that's pretty cool, man. Thanks.
It's about the
What kind of fire is it? Is it like a wood fire or are you using coal
Or it could be a digital file.
or it could be a digital fire. Some people just use like a TV screen, right? Or they have the like it's LPG and they've got like fake wood, which isn't really the same thing, right?
No, it's just what they do. Man. What do you reckon? Same size as this, Eugene? Eugene, what do you reckon? Same size as this?
Hey?
Same size as this ball. And then we'll put the other one on the outside of it.
Okay. Yeah, or either or. You can do that with the bottom one or the top one. Mr. Z agreed with you. Oh, nice. Cool.
Or do you want to go less than that? What size ball hole do you want? Like 10? Go down to 10.
Yeah. 10? Yeah.
10, so it's one single ball. And then on the outside will be the other piece.
Okay, so this one's the outside one.
This would be the internal one.
Okay.
Or we can just keep it 12, sorry. And then
But you could do just like with the internal ones. So it's the opposite of that. So you use that as
the
inspiration
bottom
for
one,
making
yeah.
the other one.
Okay. Well, we just look like that and then I'll make the other one.
What do you mean?
What would make the other piece that goes into this?
Oh, the top slot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can make this look good.
Yeah, okay.
I can put a hole in there.
Yeah, okay. Does it need to have an offset so it doesn't overextend? Otherwise, it will fold right up on itself.
You can do it on the other one, then, can you?
Yeah. Okay, so he's doing quite well. He's gonna start making it look pretty. Happy Hours, this is the kind of fire that will remove your hair on your hand if you leave it there. It's a non-virtual fire. So that'd be a real fire then.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty cool.
It's 20 high. It's a bit
I mean,
high,
that's a
isn't
proper Christmas tree thing, right? To have proper Christmas, they have the socks beside the fireplace and everything. You went reverse. You
Yeah.
were shrinking it.
I am. Just making it to that middle wall side. So it's 12 sideways, which is fine. And
Okay.
then we want, what do you reckon? 10 up. You get a little bit more.
Okay.
12 up. Go 12 by 12 then. What is that? And then we know where we sit.
Mr. Zeke says he's the same fireplace in the house and a wood stove on the back porch. Wow, there we go. That's pretty cool. I guess you'd say it's authenticity happening right there.
Authentic.
Authentic. Some people into like fire pits and stuff.
Oh yeah.
It's quite a thing. One time we had a like a camp type thing, and they had like a outdoor sort of fire pit thing. It was quite cool.
I'll round this out, make it look nice.
Okay. Probably grab the other side too. Oh, he's doing it. Sure. Keep going.
Good enough.
Good enough. Near enough. Nice. Right, she's coming together. It's rounding out. It's looking good. Yeah, cool.
Like that.
Okay. Yeah. It's your design. I guess you can make them like a blade. You make them a bit like what I did too, where you just round them on the outside and then leave the internals like
Okay.
flat.
Yeah, sure.
To make them like a knife blade.
Just go for like a different style or something.
Yeah. He said after everyone headed up to bed, I broke up the Meteora 65 Pro, this DJI 04, and ripped it through 13 batteries back to back. Wow. Getting some lines down and having fun. Wow, yeah, I mean, 13 batteries, yeah, you're going to be like pro, right?
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Is it, can you do it so that way you go around the house, so you go outside and then inside? But I guess then it'd be really cold outside, right? Be kind of cool though to try it. You have to have it all, I guess, snowproof as well, right? If it was like snowing and stuff like that.
Oh, you might better get the timing right.
Do you have a course set up? Do you like a particular? I know some people like to like make up like with that conduit piping stuff, and they make up a whole course. Have you got one of them made up? That's looking quite good, eh?
I like that.
You could do more of a pull too. Like make it really like fine edge kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, you could do. Yeah. So it's like a knife edge kind of stuff. But then it might make it a bit weak.
Oh, yeah, it's coming together.
Yeah. What sort of DJI are we talking about? Are we talking about one of the Inspire ones, or one more of the modern type stuff? You said that the batteries are 27 pounds. Quite large then. All good?
Yeah, just double checking that.
He's just checking the calculations.
26. That's fine. And the width of this guy is
7 millimeters. It should be right there.
fine.
It's the T50. Okay, sounds cool. Do you remember seeing that one? It looks good. Don't think I've ever seen it in real life though, just in the videos and whatnot. What's it like to fly the T50? Does that refer to like the Terminator 50? They just say T50 to make you not so scared. All good?
You happy with it?
Yeah, it's all
Very
good.
eh?
So what are you going to do exactly on that top part of the...
Just gonna maybe round this one out a bit more. What do you think? Better?
No different than the Mini Maverick. Okay, yep, nice. They're quite a good little drone. Nice and lightweight.
Alright, well, we'll leave it there, that front part, and then make another
Oh, you
piece.
mean just to see how it goes?
Well,
Just leave it
just
there
fit
for
the other
now.
one in, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I will make another piece then.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna change the screen.
Still camera. There you go.
Yep, cool. Okay.
So we'll put that one on pause for a bit, and then we'll just a lot more options. Okay, nice. The Terminator 50 has more options. Which one are you doing now? All right, that's all right. I'll change it back over.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so here we go. And
There
so,
you go.
so far we're doing quite good. Oh, thanks. So far we're doing quite good. We have this guy made, and he's got a bore hole at the bottom. So this guy will be changed out. Literally tap this guy out, and then we'll put this one into this new design. And then just got to finish off this little part up here. Just put a bore hole through there and make it look a bit smoother. But before we do that, we might as well do the joining bracket from there to the other part of the hinge, and then that one will go to a swivel action, right?
And Zeke says it's pretty much, it did one little parameter and it pretty much flies itself. And everything else he says he's pretty excited about it. Is it for thermal or spraying? Okay, it's for all. It's for all the above, eh? Thermal, spraying.
Which one is it?
It is the T50 for spraying fertilizer. Oh yes, yes, yes. I remember you talking about it. I remember now.
Big one.
Is that for your own house, or do you do that like commercial work, or you just do it just for because you can, or
Easy for fun.
for fun? Yeah, just really like spraying. I mean, there's no actual wrong answer to that. Can I have a ride? What's the maximum takeoff weight on the T50? Do you know?
What, a mil spacing? What you reckon? 0.5 on each side?
For what?
For this, how much you want on either side of that bracket?
Yeah.
What,
You
a mil on each side, 2
wouldn't
mil?
do much.
What?
You wouldn't do 1 mil because that'd be like loosey
Goosey.
Yeah.
So what? 1 mil max. So
1
0.5
more.
each side.
Yeah, or even less. You can even go 0.3 each side even. Could do. He says, I live in 2 sections of land, but I also use it for doing the neighbors' places. Oh, okay, that's nice. Well, it's not going to do it itself, is it?
No.
That's the thing about all that kind of thing, you know. You just got to keep at it all the time, beating it down.
That's right, yeah.
It's got 220-pound maximum takeoff weight. Cool. That is a fair amount of weight. Was it easy to configure? I know that you mentioned just one parameter and you're good to go. What was the setup like other than the one parameter?
Oh,
I'd imagine it would be like anything, just a little. Like there's always a setup involved. It's not like you open the package and off it goes.
Or maybe it wasn't.
Or maybe it was. Yeah. You see, you might have to lose some weight.
I'm for going for a ride.
Yeah. You said he got it for half price from the neighbor,
Oh, there you go.
and he replaced his one with the T100,
Bigger one.
a bigger one. So
Sounds
bigger's
like it.
better, I guess. 1,400 acres. Yeah. What do you use to get around? Do you use like horses to ride around on, or just drive everywhere? Or be cool if you ride the horses around.
But we some people aren't into horses. We are.
On the smallest farm, yeah. Well, yeah. Somebody has to be the biggest. Someone has to be the smallest, right?
So I got that 11, and I got that one 13. Yeah, there should be right.
Okay, so what's 0. They're quite tight, eh? Because you don't want it like slopping around.
I got like 0.5 percent.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can always add a little washer if you need to. See, the next upgrade is a full-size helicopter. Yeah, that's right. It would be. I know that the smallest helicopter you can ride, I think, is called the Mosquito, which really is small. It's a single-seater, and yeah, you can't really get too much smaller than that. Don't know if you'll be able to carry anything. I know that they were making an electric version of it, but I'm not sure how long you'll be able to fly for either. It'd be like, I don't know, maybe like, what, 10 minutes? Or gas or something? Which part are you doing now, hey? Okay, so what he's working on now is the opposite. So he's just done. You're doing the female version, right? Yeah. So you've done the centerpiece and
No, I
everything
did
else.
that. Yeah.
Okay. So at the moment he's working on the hinge for that top section. So join one to the other. And yeah, okay. So you're familiar with that Mosquito? Yeah, it does look quite good, eh? I know that they were working on the electric version of it. And one of his neighbors has a gyro, says Mr. Zeke.
Gyros are cool.
And there's quite a few of them in this. They have planes. Okay. It's pretty cool.
Gyros are cool. Planes are cool too.
Planes are cool. Do they? I guess. Do any of them do any stunt flying? Like I'd imagine quite a lot of them would do like say like fertilizer and stuff like that. But do any of them have them for like say like a biplane or something to do like tricks and spins on? I was thinking maybe we could show them that what's happening with the printer.
Yeah. Bring it up. Oh, I'll bring it up. Change the camera.
Oh, here you go.
I'll just take it. I'll just show you. Change that camera.
Yep. He said he never knew about the electric version. That would be much more quieter than gas. It would be. But I know it's still in the development stage, so I'm not sure how well it's going.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fine.
But I'm sure you must be able to do it, surely. Right? Yeah. And Mr. Zeke says only 2 around here have biplanes, most are crop dusters. Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah. Functional, right? But, cool either way. Gyrocopters can do some wild stuff, and they're scary to watch. Yeah, they are. Like, I was thinking of the little Nelly from 007. Pretty cool.
There is it. Should be able to change the camera.
Okay, hang on. External camera. There you go. Let's say Harry's over there with the 3D printer at the moment. On the downside, they are $250,000. Okay. So they're not giving them away then.
Can you see that, Richard?
Yeah, we can see it. It's all coming through.
And it says 60 minutes remain.
Okay, so we're nearly there. 16 minutes. Yep. Okay, so maybe we can see that. Yeah, so it's coming along quite nicely. And seems to be printing correctly, don't you think? Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to be printing correctly, eh?
Yeah, it's fine. All right.
Yeah, I'm back to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, nice.
Making headway, aren't we?
So we're making headway, making some progress here. That's good. He said, "Man, it's gonna work." I hope so. I hope so. There's no reason why it shouldn't, though, right?
Yeah.
No. If it's made well, there's no reason why it shouldn't work. But yeah, we definitely need that that suspension quite a bit. Where we fly, we don't have it. Unfortunately, we don't have any like nice tarmac to take off from.
All our planes are for tarmac.
In essence, pretty much all of them are designed for taking off on a nice smooth runway. So maybe something in the future we might have to work at. Maybe we need to build our own airfield. Maybe that's it. But for now, we're gonna have to work on suspension. Okay, I'll jump over to Harry. Hang on.
So which way do you want to cut it from now?
There it is. Yep.
What do you reckon? You can come up from here. What do you reckon? Come up. What do you reckon? Come up from there and then come together.
Yeah. I mean, effectively, you're just doing the opposite, right?
And then we go to a solid
Strut, and then you're
strut.
gonna do your
And then we'll go back in and add the rubber band on the nose edge.
Yeah, you might have to add the spin pivot as well at some point.
Yeah, we come up to a spin pivot, and then we'll have to put an extrusion out for the rubber band idea. And then we'll have to go back in and add like a blocker so it doesn't just go all the way over.
Yeah,
So
you
one-
have to work out some kind of thing that will stop it from
Going over. Just a
otherwise
ledge.
it'll just close up, right?
Yeah. Okay.
It's like bush flying. Yeah, it's like bush flying.
It's 11. What's this one?
Mr. Six says it's gonna go early tomorrow and see the rest of the video tomorrow. Take care. Well, thanks very much for joining in. All the best. Thanks for the
This
effort.
camera over here. Thanks, Bart. And thanks so much.
Awesome.
Have fun tomorrow.
Yeah. Awesome. Thanks for the effort.
I guess what we do is just make this bracket and then make a little circle.
Yeah.
How long has the stream been going for?
A little while now, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, 2 hours. I think.
Is it?
Yes,
Wow, that went
yeah,
fast.
2 hours.
Wow. Okay. Making good headway. Come up from there and go over. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Up a bit more, perhaps. Pull that one to there. There. Go up 7. For now.
Yeah, so we're making some headway, and it's coming together. But do you have any thoughts on the episode this weekend?
You mean this one? The current one?
No, the drone boat episode.
It was cool to do it. It was taking the boat out on the water is always fun. Both boats. It was a cool idea. Like go out for an adventure. Oh, I think it was a cool idea.
Yeah.
Go out for an adventure with it and see what it's like.
Yeah, it was cool.
I hope you guys liked it anyway.
And flies when you're having fun. Yeah, it certainly does.
Was it 12? How thick was it? How big was that pole there?
Was it 7, was it?
How big's the carbon tube? How about that? We'll just make it wider than that. 15?
That's right.
15 with a tube in the middle.
Yep.
Yeah. I think that's right. So it should be 15 from there to there. I think. Yes. Correct.
It is.
Okay. So yes, we're making headway. What else are we doing? Yeah, good idea. 7 million. Come up a bit for that. So yeah, up another 7. Say for now. Come up to there.
Seems to be working.
Up for there, and then comes up. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then we put like a circle on the top part. Yeah. There you go. That should go together like that. I think it was 14. I think. Just go and check that. There you go. So we're getting that. I think it was 14 of those. Yeah, 14. Okay. So that will pivot into that one there.
Okay.
Effectively, that.
Okay. So that's the top half, by the way, what we're looking at there. And the other part is obviously the bottom half where the wheel goes.
Yeah, so on the top of this part will be the spinny part that we haven't decided on how to do yet, but yeah.
And also you need the tension as well.
And
And
we-
you also need some kind of way of blocking it so it doesn't fold on itself completely.
Yeah, it's fine. Not too bad. We can just make it into the design, it's no biggie.
Yeah. Ideally you just have like a little shelf type, right?
Yeah, and then it only tensions up one way, right?
So I guess you also have to work on the height as well, like the height from the wheels to this.
Yep.
Do you know what that is on yours?
Not off the top of my head, but you can change the carbon to that size.
You could work out from that borehole to that top part.
From here to here.
No, from the borehole of the center, that part there to the top part. What is
51?
it? 51. Let's measure that.
51.
51. 51. So you're still only like here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Got heaps of room. So you can go a lot more higher up.
Yeah.
You've got a whopping, like, nearly like 100 and, yeah, 130 to go.
Okay.
So you got heaps of room.
Okay.
Also, you're probably gonna have to have another platform at the top, right? Or
Yeah, probably.
no, because you're gonna attach into that spin hole.
Yeah, you can put that directly inside.
Yeah.
You can glue it inside and then put this part on the outside.
Yep. Yeah, so it's
But yeah.
130 to the top. Yep.
Yeah, it's fine.
I mean, the borehole would probably be higher up, right? So yours is 51.
So how big is that borehole?
Hey?
How big is that borehole? I can put one here if you want.
Well, you wouldn't know, would you? You'd go up further from that. So it was 51 plus.
So I can put a borehole this way and get this one done.
Yeah,
Borehole
sure.
through there.
Yeah, sure, you can do it. Yeah.
I'll do it on this one and then we make sure there's enough clearance in it.
Technically, you could do it even, how we're talking about the offset to stop it from spinning. You could do that with just the internal layer as well, like just the fact that it's like square.
Yeah. It's 12. Take off a little bit.
How do you think we should attack this issue, guys? Should we? Because what we're talking about is how to get that pivot.
What size are those bolts? 3? Like 3?
How to get the pivot, but if you're going to allow for a like a rubber band or some kind of suspension, you're going to need to add a blocker to it too. Otherwise, what will happen is it would just collapse on itself. Right?
Yep. What size are they? I think they were M3s. Down 6. Something like this. That's what we'll probably put into it. Which standard. Yeah, I think they're M3.
Yep.
I think I do that thing where it deletes itself.
What do you mean?
Just doing that thing where it deletes itself.
Shouldn't do.
Alright, well we're getting there anyway. Here we go. How are we going with that 3D printer now? I'm going to double check that.
Everything okay?
Is it 6 minutes left?
Okay.
Maybe once that one's finished, we'll maybe that was it. Let's stream.
Yeah. Don't know. We're out. You're welcome.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. What do you guys reckon? It's probably you know, do a little bit more of this, and then we'll check the results of this, the what we've printed, what we've made on the stream. And then there's kind of like, oh, you've actually seen what you made. That's quite cool.
The result, yeah.
A result, because you want to see a result. Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just you're doing things, but you're not actually showing the end results.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so in 6 minutes' time, you'll see the 3D printed result that we did on this live stream.
Yeah, that's cool. And then yeah, that's something. Let's say 6 minutes.
He's Happy Arts. He says, or you could do something with a straight tube, but double walled with a inner and outer, and then leave a slot in the outer, and have one band attachment sticking out, and have a slot to travel.
Oh, I get you.
Hang on, I have to read that again. Yeah, fair call. Straight tube. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I get what you mean. Yeah, that's exactly what you're doing, right? So you got the tube here, and then you put your external outside wall on it, and then when you're talking about, so that's for that side of things, and then for the hinge, which is effectively like that, right? Hinge, you could do like a little bit of an extrusion or a stick or something like that, and then that would be act as a blocker, right? So it can't go past X spot, right? It's a good idea. Yeah, you'd have to do something like that.
Okay, so there's the ball hole on that one. I think it was 6 minutes down.
But yeah, good suggestion. Yeah, I think we're on the same wavelength. I think. Be hard to determine how far you'd want it to travel or not travel. It's almost like one of those ones you'd have to sort of like do sort of like a trial and error thing. Or we might be able to do it in post too. You might be able to do a physical thing in post.
That's not right.
It's a bit close.
Yeah. Why is that wrong? Let's have a look at it. What is he? 12. I think he's 12. 12 more.
Yeah.
Go back to this one. What's he up?
Just remember, he's going up surplus as well here.
Oh, sorry, I was doing the wrong one. Hang on, over here. That's the one I want.
Playing with the wrong.
Sorry. Alright. 11. It's going to be 11.
Yeah.
They
Let's
want
check to see how the printers go.
Down a little bit. Maybe put them down to another, I don't know, say another 7 down. Okay.
About 2 minutes left on the clock.
What's that?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Hang on, what was that? 12. 12. Let's have make this one 13. What? 11. No, I do
What
want
are you trying to do?
make it right. I think that's right.
What's your thought process going on here?
Yeah, just trying to make it so it fits inside, but it's not too big.
So like Goldilocks.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're going to have to round the corners, right? Because at the bottom you got a square edge and a square edge, right? So that would be.
Oh, you get that. That's a given. I was just trying to make it so it fits in just enough, but not too much.
Yeah. And we've got 2 minutes on the clock for the 3D print at the moment, so if all going well, that will finish up, and you'll be able to see the result of that one coming through. He says He says the other idea is totally different, but using a vertical tube instead of having an internal spring like a typical shock. It would be the reversed idea and use a rubber would be to use rubber bands. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Just checking the clearance.
That's right, because one idea is what you do is you have, right?
Yep.
One idea is what you do is you have that sort of
That'll work.
like a spring that way, right?
Yep.
The other way is what you do. So that's pushing, right? It's the push tension, and then you have like a blocker on this side, so it
Okay.
can only go so far.
Yeah, it pulls. Yeah, pushes that way.
And then so that's locked, can't go that way. So that's a pushing both ways. The other way, so it might be even kinked slightly. And the other way is a pull technique, right? So the pulling together.
Oh, yeah, and
A
then
bit
it's
like
always
that
got a
other-
wedge on it that can't go past.
But what would you do with that one? Like say 2 points like that, and they got the rubber band going.
Yeah.
How would you block it from coming together and snapping?
To put the wedges in these parts here.
Yeah, because you don't want it to go like just fold up on itself.
Sounds good. Okay, so I guess what we could do is let's eat now done.
I hope so. He said it was like 2 minutes out when I looked at it.
99%. So just finishing.
He's just finishing up.
Okay. We'll check it out. There we go. Just finished.
He said he thinks the swing hinge idea is better for the bumps in motion. All right. So at the moment you can see. Oh, hang on. One second. You can see. There you go. So there you go. Just finished. So that's the 3D printer finished. You reckon you can take it out, Harry, or? Oh, hang on. I'll come over and help you out. She's warm. Woo, she's warm. She is warm. Got the light? Nope. Otherwise you can't see anything, see?
Thanks.
There you go.
Right, I'm just gonna bend them out. One. And two. There you go. Two done.
Then I'll move
Put
it
it
away.
back in there.
Pull down a bit.
And we'll just bring this back in.
Hang on a second. Oh, you come back in. Yeah. Here you go. Bring it back over here. Oh, you can see what they look like. All right, so there they go. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's what they look like. They look like that. I'm the one looking at it. There you go. Hope you can see that. There you go. The light. Look pretty good. So that's with PETG at 30% infill that we did earlier in the stream. So that is the result of that. And while that's doing this thing, I'll see if I can pull out the insert and then we can see if one of these actually fits. So there you go. Might be kind of hard to get. We should try. See if we can get it. What did you think, Gary? All right? Hey, thanks, man. Looks good. I think so too.
Alright. Oh well, I guess we'll leave the stream there. What do you reckon? We can
Yeah, I'll just
save
see if we can get it. So like,
Oh yeah.
hopefully we can get it in there.
Was that
Maybe.
other camera in the right spot, Jim?
You think?
Is it in position in the right spot?
Should be just up on the thing.
Yeah.
There you go. You can have a look at that.
Sure.
Okay, so there you go. That's what it looks like. Nice. Yeah, thanks a lot. Look, it does look the part, doesn't it?
More aerodynamic.
Hopefully we can get one of these, enough out of it so we can see if it's going to line up with those plastic things.
Oh yeah.
Aluminium extrusions. Might take a bit of work to get that perfect, but oh yeah, seems to fit. It does fit in. I just need to get the back of it in. But there you go, look at that. So that's what we're talking about. So it would be like, obviously I got to go a little bit further, but there you go, look at that.
How's it look anyway?
That's
Oh
pretty
yeah,
good.
that'll work.
Good stuff.
Yeah, cool.
Happy with that result.
There you go.
Might have to get a screwdriver in there.
Oh, minor detail.
But there you go, it actually fits quite well. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
effectively it's going to be glued on it, or with
Cool,
bolts.
Yep.
That's what we're talking about.
Oh, well, do you want to change the camera over to the other screen?
Yeah, you'll show the last little bit of that, and then.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so.
It'll take a little bit longer to get on.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit more work to do with the front nose. So we might sort of finish up the stream now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea.
No, nobody wants to outdo their welcome. That's one a year. So yeah, so we just got a little bit more to do, but we're making some progress. So we're gonna jump over to the.
Yeah, sure.
Grab the.
Grab the microphone. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Oh, it's cool. Oh, it's good that we got that part done. We got two mounts done, and we just got the one more leg to finish off. Yeah, making good progress. About there? All right. That was cool that it came up. All right. Okay, so if...
I'll grab the actual piece.
Oh, yeah. It's a good idea. So, yes, thanks very much for tuning into this week's live stream. We appreciate you guys very much. And
And that's the result. Obviously, we've got a little bit more. We've got a little bit of filament stuff to pull out. But it's looking the part, and that's what we created. So one leg, we've got the other one, and we're still working on the nose wheel. But it's coming together.
it is coming together nicely. So there you go. Before you know it, this plane will be in the air.
Yeah. So thanks a lot for all your help on this live stream. Remember to go back and check out all the other
Episodes,
streams.
Yeah. There you go.
There's lots. There's lots there.
Seems to be a lot. We always seem to be making new stuff. So hope you enjoy it, and we appreciate it.
Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Okay, so we'll do our traditional sign out thing. Yep. Okay, guys, in 3, 2, 1, go. Agenda racing, agenda racing, agenda racing. Yeah. Okay, see each other on the next one.
There you go.
I'm about to head to bed. Oh, perfect timing. Yes. So thanks so much for tuning in, brother. And one step closer to airborne. Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks very much for joining the stream, everyone. And yeah, special note to Happy RC Flies Room, and go back and check out his channel. He's pretty good.
Yeah. And yeah, Marcel tuned in.
Lots
Danzella.
of people did.
Yeah. Mr. Zeke. Oh, thumbs up to you guys.
Yeah. So all
Everybody.
People
Yeah,
past,
even though
present, and future. Thanks a lot for joining in, and we'll see each other on the episode that comes out on Tuesday, which is all about the RC wingsuit, the Mark III.
The Mark III. That's what it's all about. Okay, so see each other Tuesday at 5 a.m. New Zealand time, I think.
It is.